How did they kill alternative media? How did they kill alternative media? What happened to alternative media? What happened to alternative media? They killed it. How'd they kill it? Greed. They did it through greed. What do you mean you did it through greed? Contemporary sheep. Here's an AdSense account. Talk about the greatest story in the history of the world, the Fukushima nuclear meltdowns, the crashing of our ecology. Viewership throttles now. They nuanced it. They throttled it. And people fell for it. AdSense account. Call the reality a hoax, and then Alex Jones killed it. Alex Jones destroyed alternative media. Alex Jones is the greatest thing to the fucking corporatist, to the so-called elites. They're not elite. To the old world order that ever lived. He showed his colors. Trump. They showed their cards. That they're all political operatives. They were never about the environment. They were never about the counterculture movement. They were never anti-imperialists. They were political operatives. God's gay's gun. Think about the whole gun dynamic. Who's selling you the fucking bullets? Try pulling one. You can own fucking 9 million of them. Try pulling one. I mean, they sold you a bill of fucking goods. That's this. You know, when are you going to come out of denial and stop calling Facebook Mark Zuckerberg? I mean, I see her, the ex-CFO's, doing a tribute to David Goldberg. Well, who the fuck killed David Goldberg? Survey Monkey? Her new boyfriend is his friend. Oh my God, enough to make... You want to talk... The anti-porn? If you want to see the anti-porn, just look her up. You know? How did they do it? Everybody goes along. I mean, it's a sheep shoot. Who would believe? 99.9999999% of people will go along. These sheep have no fucking clue where they're going, how they're going, why they're going. I got equity in my house. Chasing a fucking capitalistic rope. Just spinning in fucking circles. They have no clue, absolutely zero connection with the ecology. Tell people right here, I live on the edge of the Great Salt Lake. Great Salt Lake's fucking lost over half its volume, 65% in the last 10 years. You can hear the kids playing up there at the school. That's over a mile away. That was a Leslie Hodgson, Frank Lloyd Wright, Prairie Style, the only one left in the United States, and perfect. They tore it down. You tell people, who's that? They're so poorly educated, chasing their fairy tale in their shiny coffin. For the ignorant of inherited, they're like, what? These are people who live on the fucking edge of the lake. How's that even possible? Well, it's possible. So from here on out, I'm, continue the book on Fukushima. Slowly get it out. I did a couple pages yesterday. Some important information. It doesn't really matter if it gets fucking 112 views. It gets 112 views. The people that watch it are in the know. Well, that's really all it takes. Because the other multi-billions, in the United States of sheepery, 331 million, it's Orwell. Noise pollution used to be a big deal around here. Certain times of day, if you know when and where, you can go out on the streets in crowded cities. Not a fucking person. Not a person. The sheep are that shooted into their fucking way of life. I'll tell you a fucking nugget, you probably don't even know this. Do you know weekends are not even that old? They were invented. The weekend was invented, 100 years ago. There was no such thing as a fucking weekend. Working 9 to 5, 8 to 5, 7 to 5. Fuck, rush hours at 5 o'clock in the morning. How did that happen? I mean, the reality is you need 8 hours of fucking sleep. You need to eat way less. People eat way too much. I eat 1 meal a day. I'll snack regularly. You know, I'll drink some juice. Going to restaurants and eating those big meals. I understand you want to do it once in a while, but all the time will kill you. You know, you need to be connected to your ecology. That's a long, happy life. People think it's money. It's not. In fact, it's the opposite. So how did they kill alternative media? And it's dead. Alternative media is fucking dead. Well, they killed themselves for the most part, but let's get real. Let's get real. No one talks about Fukushima, just the greatest event in human history. Facebook, Google, they're CIA. NSA is CIA. They bought the fucking religious leaders. The Mormon Church is all 100% lock, stock. But you listen to KSL and it's just fucking CIA narrative from hell, just regurgitated. Operation Foxconn News, run right out of the House of Windsor. Cecil Rhodes, Rhodesia. Yeah, that guy. The imperialist. Why would we not form secret societies in the United States to take back what is rightfully ours? This is ours. Fuck your Revolutionary War. Fuck that. No, this is the Queensland. This is, oh, them are monarchists. How could you get United States of America citizens who fought the Revolutionary War against the monarchs who worship monarchs? Think about that. I mean, look at Prince Harry's DNA swap. Yeah, he's heir to the Russian throne. It's the same inbred family. How did they pull it off? Yeah, Rhodesia. Yeah, that pedophile. Yeah, that guy. Bought religious leaders. Joel Osteen, Jesus died. People, religious leaders claiming Jesus Christ that make $60, $70 million a year. Tax-free. Jesus, remember, get rid of all your personal possessions. Don't worship the golden calf, that craftsman. With no, I mean, exactly the identical opposite teachings. The Mormon Church, the Catholic, they're all in, every one of them. Evangelicals are the sickest of them all. Way past sick. Their Lord and Savior, Donald Trump. Alex Jones killed alternative media. You got to give it to the guy. I mean, he fucking did it. That's what he was up to. Total 100% political operative. Alex Jones is the greatest gift to the old world order monarch that ever fought. So are all these vloggers. You know, and so they nuanced them. Say, I remember Lisa Haven, BP Earthwatch, all those guys, they went into right-wing political Rush Limbaugh freak show. That's where all the money's at. I always go back to Ezra Pound. Ezra Pound says, I didn't believe my own rhetoric. His wife says, I didn't believe my own rhetoric. I went to radical right-wing pro-fascism through religion in Italy. His wife, we were poor. That's where the money was at. They fall for it. Lenin used to call it the capitalistic rope. Vladimir Lenin. Remember when they killed his brother? Where's the Bolsheviks from? Oh, the Bolsheviks. No, the Bolsheviks were good. The Bolsheviks, remember the peasantry fought with the Bolsheviks? Anti-imperialism. Mormon Church are imperialists. Well, they're wannabe imperialists. None of them are imperialists. They're just, I'm going to be the next King James. I'm going to be NBA players making fucking hundreds of millions a year. You can't even go to a game. I had season tickets the first year the Jazz were here. I had season tickets for $140 for the year on front row. First playoff game, and they were good in '84. Courtside, sitting right behind the bench, $15. NBA Finals with fucking Jordan, fucking sitting right there. That ticket was $40. That's fucking Jordan hitting the shot against. I'm at that game. I have that ticket, $40. Lower bowl. You could be the next King James. You could be the next Tom Brady. Physically makes me want to throw up. Look at my that and it's shit. Yeah. You worship this fucking shit. 1 in a million, isn't it? You be the next CEO. You could be the next Sheila. We're gonna pay tribute to David Goldberg. David Goldberg got murdered. Who killed him? Nobody investigated that. How about Lesson? RT. beat to death. How come nobody will talk about that one? How about David Blee? You want to talk about, oh, Tom Brady's at the Kentucky Derby. Well, the guy, the head of the CIA, was poisoned to death in January this year. David Blee. How come nobody talks about these? Because Alex Jones murdered he's the greatest thing that ever happened to the old world order. They played you. They played you. They played you. I want to say this to Dirty Herbie. I'm going to send this to the governor's office. Cox. They were hell-bent in turning Utah into Los Angeles. Mission accomplished. The housing bubble. And that's another thing with the housing bubble. Yeah, I got a bunch of equity in my house. It's a fairy tale. You got to sell so you sell your house. You got to buy another one. Well, I'll go. Somebody told me that I'll move somewhere where it isn't a housing bubble. Where's that? Ayn Rand Greenspan. Falsely stimulus interest rate for 20 years. Debt reeling out of control. Hyperinflation. Hallmark of a third world country. Rigged elections, 2000. Bush didn't win in 2000. Hijacked fucking court, Supreme Court. There's 4 justices on that court that were put up by presidents that did not win. State-run media. If you don't think the media is state-run by, they're run right out of fucking England. Right out of fucking England. Look up the board of directors. Zucker, CNN, Anderson, Vanderbilt, Cooper, the public be damned's bloodlines, inherited old monarchyism. That's who created The Apprentice. He says right up, we're not news. He said that a long time ago. Look at the board of directors. CBS, NBC. Remember when they fired Dan Rather? They fired Dan Rather for saying George W. Bush is a draft dodger. When George W. Bush was a draft dodger. Here was Brent Taylor right there. They have us, up there in North Ogden. His family waving his body like a flag in Afghanistan. Well, I don't wave my dad's body like a flag. He was killed. I mean, there's hundreds of thousands and thousands. 20-year perpetual war, bound to the industrial. Don't drink the fucking water. Hyperinflation from hell. The homeless situation is out of control. And it's going to get worse. And because everybody turned political. I hate Obama. With a bloody passion to cover up Fukushima. He's the worst president in history till Trump came along. I hate Trump. Well, there's the problem. Everybody's social engineered into a cattle chute. Who did that? Alternative media did that. They turned you into a political operative. And you fell for it. You're red. You're blue. I'm not living my life as a fucking color. I refuse. My story's so compelling, yet nobody wants to hear it. That's because they won't let them hear it. How did they do it? 1 by Jetstream, 2 by cable TV. Used to be video killed the media star. Video killed the usury. Buy here, payday. Up is down, black is white, wrong is right. They hijacked all movements. Black Lives Matter is pure astroturf now. Oh, it's all astro. Proud Boys. Prison rats. They found prison rats. But you fell for it. Look in the fucking mirror, assholes. Look at your debt structure. Look at your fucking pill addiction. Look at your physicality. Look at your mental fucking state. Look at your fucking political dogma you fucking slurped up. Look in the fucking mirror. I don't give a fuck. You're so vain you probably think this video's about you. They killed the ecology. Nothing else matters. Fukushima's the greatest event in human history. The cover-up of Fukushima, the great. How about Alex Jones and all those guys that took it on? Jamis, Milky the Clown, Alex Jones, Judge Sense, Colbert. Everybody took it on. Well, look at their fucking websites. You went through their websites, they were selling stuff. Patriot, right here. Get your 2-year fucking supply. They were selling the economy of fear. When it was reality, how come they stopped? How come they stopped? Because their fucking viewership started to fall. They got nuance because they were political operatives from the beginning. They went into it for hatred for Obama, which I understand that. For Trump never mentioned Fukushima one time in 4 years. Not one time, and he knows about it. I asked him about it twice, personally. Who killed alternative media? Well, stop calling Facebook and Google fucking social media sites. They're CIA, but we have nowhere else to go. I mean, there's slowly a small underground media fucking trying to develop. It's going to go right back to the soapbox and, talking among people, each other. That's what it's going to have to go to. They have total fucking control. Until the United States makes a fucking law. And you're not going to do it because you're too politically divided in God's gays guns, God's gays guns, God's gays, and you're listening to KSL, you're listening to Foxconn News, you're listening to MSNBC, this political narrative they just spin. Until they make it against the law for a foreign, unborn in the United States person, entity, to sit on a board of director of a media outlet, you're fucked. I remember when Fox News rolled in here, I had a fit in the 90s. I says, they bought up the contract on baseball. They bought the baseball to not show baseball. Well, of course, they've ruined that sport. Fuck, it's all computer analytical. Ask fucking Kevin Cash. You think fucking Lasorda's going to pull out fucking Oral Hershiser on a two-hitter? It cost him. It cost the fucking Rays the World Series. It's fucked. It's home run derby. The game sucks. They ruined it. They ruined everything. You could be the next fuck Tom Brady. Fucking creepy looking fucking creep. Go along with it. Obey, consume, driving your shiny fucking coffin, watch fucking... Who killed alternative media? You did. Alex Jones fucking did. CIA, NSA. But we have to use them, we have nowhere to go. It's like a great artist. Great football team, Vince Lombardi. How do you beat a great defense? You got to go right at them. Fucking diesel driving fucker. The fuel that exists in this era, which legislators won't pass it. Why will they not pass fucking clean fuels, which exist? The fuel that we burn here in Utah, there's fuel available, gasoline available that is 90 fucking % cleaner than what we use. Why? Well, the same reason we don't have solar panels on every fucking house. The sunshine's here 300 fucking days a year. We're fucking high altitude. Because they won't let you. Because lobbyists. And tell you there's some integrity in some lobbyists. It's like when I fight with the nuclear industry lobbyists. I fight with them, like cats and dogs. Teams of lawyers. I says, you've fallen for the narrative that whatever they tell you, you're just going to push it in and don't give a fuck about the ecology, don't give a fuck. And that's your job. You're a lawyer, that's your job, you're a lobbyist, and you're willing to kill you, yourself, your kids. Obey, consume, go along with this fucking contemporary sheep show, die young of cancer. And you're in. You think about Obama, his mother downwinder died young of cancer. Think about Beau Biden. Depleted uranium comes from fucking nuclear energy. White Foster, they carpet bombed Fallujah. He dies young of cancer. His own fucking lines dying. Still haven't heard what killed Trump's brother. I'm sure it was COVID. Unbelievable. You just go, nobody's business. Won't even put a fucking obituary in the paper. People die, you don't even know they died. Just the way they planned it. Fuck, hurry fucking, get out of here, go die, and no one will fucking know. No respect for each other. John Steinbeck, we simply went from the we to the I. The grapes of wrath. The Great Salt Lake's gone dry. Fucking in denial. The ecology's on fire. Hell, way to boil planet. Kevin Blanch. We simply went from the capital we, 1945 to 1979. We are family. Most socialized people in the history of mankind. The happiest middle class in the history of mankind. To the me, I. You're going to be the next King James. The anti-imperialism movement. Well, who's our enemy? Alex Jones. Right-wing media. They perpetuate the fucking imperialism fucking harder than anyone. It's like you're in a relationship, one of them cheating on the other one. And the one's accusing the other one of cheating all the time. You can bet your ass it's the one accusing. Fukushima is the greatest event in human history. Because nothing else matters. Where's your fucking crown? I want to ask every one of you fucking billionaires. Should be against the law to be a billionaire in this country. Oh, that's a far-fetched fucking island. No, that was the law here for fucking so long. Should be against the law. Should be, it's the ecology, stupid. Should be against the law. That was the law here for fucking decades and decades and decades. Billionaires were illegal. illegal. Just spin in a circle. The natives call those the children. Off to shorten your life, obey, consume. Shorten your life, obey, consume. The new Los Angeles, Utah. Stay tuned.